everyone. Our names are Muskan Dillon, Fuvu, and Tuvu, and we are blessed to have partnered with Folsom Cordova Community Partnership, also known as FCCP. In this time that we will be spending together, we will be discussing the social and structural determinants of health in relation to our time with FCCP, as well as our collective understanding of the social determinants of health relative to our community partners and the individuals we had the chance to spend our time with.
The Folsom Cordova Community Partnership is a community-based nonprofit that has been providing services to the Rancho Cordova and Folsom areas since 1992. The mission of the FCCP is to enhance the education, health, and well-being of children, youth, and adults in the community. Their two primary goals are to prevent child abuse and to assist families in achieving self-sufficiency. They offer many services to the community such as parenting services, employment support, job centers, home visitation, food support, and group mentoring among the youth. At Mills Middle School, we are serving 7th and 8th graders who may need the extra support, learning along with them about specific life strategies or skills such as communication, teamwork, career exploration, and many others.
The social and structural determinants of health. Social and structural determinants of health are factors that directly or indirectly influence an individual's health circumstances. The terms social and structural determinants are intertwined. Social determinants are factors that pertain to a person's social environment, such as racism, childhood experiences, or culture, whereas structural determinants concern society's constructed and organizational factors, such as education, public transit, and healthcare. Both play a role in helping shape health circumstances for an individual as well as the population as a whole. Above in the 9-table box is included a list of social determinants of health according to the World Health Organization. Employment conditions, social exclusion, public health programs, women and gender equity, early childhood development, globalization, urbanization, measurement and evidence, and health systems. In this following slide, we have attempted to fit what we have discussed into a service learning model, or just a diagram that can more clearly explain what social and structural determinants of health really are. So this chart above shows the social determinants of health and how they factor into the success of students. With communities such as we are working with, these students can have a missing puzzle piece to being a lifelong learner. The efforts of the Folsom Cordova Community Partnership are to help students fill these gaps or bridge the gaps as a mentor for these young people. As you can see, the top 3 boxes are environment, identity, and position, and these are representative of 3 social aspects. How do these social aspects affect our biological health, basic needs, exposure to hazards, behavior, access to healthcare, and our psychosocial health? These are all contributing to the health of each individual.
In our time with our students, we hope to see the FCCP impacting them and guiding them to formalize an approach on how to navigate systems that may already put them at a disadvantage. We also wanted to capture special moments when the students realized how to flourish in their communities and circumvent barriers in their health and success. In our service to our community, we desired reciprocal learning. We hope to use our privileges as students from CNU CHS to serve our communities in a way that was fruitful for our students, but also helped us learn more about the social and structural determinants in our neighborhoods.
Above, you can see an image of me working with the girls of my girls group. The activities with the girls in their games was fun for all of us to relate to and for the girls to talk about their aspirations and demonstrate to the best of our ability that with education comes a lot of adversity, but eventually will lead to success. I, as a student, was able to share my journey so far with them, and really act as a mentor in this subject area for these girls. It was truly an enjoyable experience.
In this activity, the boys had to work together to build a tower using only index cards and paper clips. With their creativity, they were able to create a fairly large tower. It taught them friendly competition and teamwork. Most importantly, it demonstrated how several different talents can be utilized to create a project, a skill they will have to develop as they continue in their educational and career paths.
To me, this was symbolic of them breaking through life's hurdles or social and structural hindrances by supporting each other. Unbeknownst to them, one of the boys moved out of the country the following week to the Philippines. Despite all of this, the boys still persevered and continued to join us in FCCP. We were very proud of them for doing so. Because we couldn't interview our students in time, we used the voices of members of our Folsom Cordova community to lend a hand in demonstrating our community members' voices. Leonor Vega is an alumni from Mills Middle School and Cordova High School. She is a first-generation student and, at the time of this video, just got accepted to San Francisco State University. She discussed the importance of programs such as the STEM Academy in providing opportunities for students. Her interview is important because she represents one of the many students that are pursuing higher education from our student body. This is a quote from her that I thought that was very special. The STEM Academy and FCCP are great ways to overcome hindrances built from social and structural determinants. However, we must remember that these services are limited in how many students we can teach per semester, and that means that some students may not receive their opportunities in maximizing their potential through STEM or similar topics. It is a reminder that FCCP, our schools, and my group service to our community are all tiny fractions to our larger puzzle. A puzzle that we all must work together to solve in order to improve our community holistically and induce change.
In this video, Sydney, a high school student in the Folsom Cordova district, is speaking to the fact that students are less privileged than others and may need additional resources and assistance from their teachers to succeed in school and in education. This is connected to the structural determinants of lack of resources and, in result, creating a negative impact on students' education. In awareness of this, the government attempts to fund the district to help close this gap. But this is just a clear example of an organization or a system failing to provide education to their students because it's being affected by this structural determinant.
In this video, a grandmother named Lorraine is having an interview with the principal of Cordova Gardens Elementary School. Lorraine's social determinant has affected her in a way where she doesn't have the funds to buy herself a car or to take her granddaughter to school. Lorraine has been walking her granddaughter to school for an entire year over long distances in all types of weather, such as rain, extreme heat, and high winds. After the grandmother attempted to raise enough funds for a vehicle by posting flyers and recycling bottles and cans, her unsuccessful attempt to buy her car to take her granddaughter to school struck the principal at the elementary school in a way where she felt like she needed to do something. The principal decided that because she was retiring, she has less of a need for a car, and this incident presents her with an opportunity to help her community by donating her car to Lorraine. She says that it was just the right thing to do. This act of kindness has helped the grandmother as well as the education and well-being of the granddaughter. Although individuals in the Folsom Cordova community is living in hardship due to these social determinants, there are good people doing their best to help others. A quote that I like the most from this occasion is when Lorraine says, "She felt like she was going to offend me, and I don't know how you can offend somebody if you're out there making their lives better."
Thank you all so much for joining us and listening to the adventures we had with the Folsom Cordova Community Partnership. We hope that you see the value of understanding some of the aspects of social and structural determinants found in our time with our students. By changing aspects of our community, we hope that some social and structural determinants can be changed for the better of our community members.
We also want to thank Nick from FCCP, who was our site manager. He definitely was a constant source of encouragement to us all. Also, special thanks to Maura and Rengane, who have supported us in this journey. Thank you.